Yes, feel free to take a seat. This will only take a moment. Yes, I'm starting to think that it would be better to put Josephine in here. But I'm not sure yet. Maybe Glenn. That's not usually about his way of doing things, but you know how it is. Sometimes you have to. Not necessarily Liliana has a choice, unless she wasn't willing to go with this one. Perhaps we can do some sort of mixed arrangement. That's enough for tonight. So sorry for, I suppose I just wanted to finish one last thing. But, you're here, and I was just absolutely astonished that you actually made it all the way out here to Skyhold. Yes, I would make any sort of accommodation you needed. You and the rest of Clan Llewellyn, if they so chose to come by. But believe me, seeing you at those gates, it was a kind of joy I haven't experienced in quite a little while. Let me just say, I am so sorry that I wasn't able to watch you with your tattoo care and teach you as I mentioned before, but it looks like yours healed absolutely wonderfully. And did you have any issue with it? Oh, that's fantastic. Yes, she is absolutely excellent at cleaning tattoos and maintaining the ink. Yes. It was worth all the effort, I promise you. It looks incredible. As do you, my friend. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about your journey? No, believe me, I am almost sick to death of talking about being the Inquisitor at this point. This and that. As you saw, I was doing a little bit of wall table arrangements to try and figure out if I could come up with a better plan than the ones given to me, but nothing so far. Yes, so many decisions to be made, and you know, even in my spare time, as absolutely insane as this sounds, I have been actually studying the Chant of Light. Yes, that one. Yes. Believe me, my own personal beliefs about the gods have not changed, and I hope that I haven't changed too much. But I figured ever since I was given my old title, Herald of Andraste, it would be good to actually understand what that meant, or understand her. Our clan has always tried to do a good job of educating us about the world around us, but there's some things that you just can't get until you really read the source, and there wasn't really money to be spending on the Chant of Light, but now I've gotten the opportunity. What do I think? I would say that it's quite poetic. Mostly I've been reading it without saying it out loud, but I've heard that the traditional way is to, as chantery implies, chant it. And if you were interested in hearing any of it, I would be more than happy to share it with you. Yes? Alright, so this is a copy that, Josephine, you met her earlier. This is one that I had her procure for me. They're apparently all over the place, but go figure. And she very much supported my idea of reading it. Perhaps I shouldn't have told her because she's been asking me my thoughts, but I would say probably a better choice than Liliana. She is quite dedicated. But we should start at the beginning, as most things should be started. So I think this was the first chant, or the first canticle, based on Andraste herself. I believe that there's maybe 4 or 5, but first 3 passages. Let's go there. Ready? Yes. Address and greeting. Hear now, Andraste, daughter of Brona. Address and greeting was not part of the chant, that was the title. I will start over. Hear now, Andraste, daughter of Brona, spearmaid of Alamar, to valiant hearts sing of victory waiting, yet to be claimed from the steel-bound forges of Baron Tavine. Andraste seeks an end to the suffering of the Almari is the next passage. Great heroes beyond counting raised, oak and iron against chains of Northmen, and walked the lonely worm roads evermore. Mighty of arm and warmest of heart, rendered to dust, bitter as sorrow ate raw and often, poison that weakens and does not kill. Such brilliant imagery. Why must the shield of Almar shatter, neath bond and blade? To the wisest I sang, to the winged cupbearers of tall sky vaulting, to the wintry horns of strong mountain kings, where in days forgotten, voices there raised, might be gifted answer to those seek and find. So, that is the beginning. Now, what do you think? Yes, I know, it's so little to base an opinion on, but I thought that too the first time that I heard it or read it. Yes, I suppose that with every belief system, it becomes so intricate and has such great meaning for people, even besides yourself. Yes. I wish that I had maybe some of the written accounts about our gods so that I could, share it around here, but I don't think that maybe that would be quite so popular as I was hoping for. Yes, I don't think that I have any very close allies here that are Dalish as well. One of my allies, Solus, he seems to be skeptical of our beliefs, and I do try to be reasonable with him and kind with him and listen to him, but some of the things he says can sometimes be quite hurtful. But it's a conversation, and I would like to learn more after all. He seems to know so much. Oh, what a terrible host I am. You should have this. This is a type of fur that I certainly never hunted for back with Clan Llewellyn. But it is so incredibly soft and incredibly lightweight. It would have been so fantastic on all of our journeys. And it seems like it's going to be a while longer before I can join you again. Have you ever seen fur like this? Yes. It came from a very common animal indeed in Orlais. It came from a nobleman. I did not hunt the nobleman down, no. It was a gift. I'm not quite sure that you can trust every gift there, but it seemed alright with Liliana when I told her about it. Anyway, I do happen to like having it draped over my shoulders. I am hoping that you like the same. Okay. It gets quite cold up here. And I say nothing of how much the wind goes in through the windows. I am considering maybe thicker curtains. But with you staying here tonight, there is the option of the bed or the couch. I would absolutely recommend you take my bed. No, I sleep on that thing every night. I can take the couch for once. But we can try to make this like the good old days where we spent those few nights that we had together having sleepovers. Well, I have slightly different materials than I had in the Aravel. There are a lot of creams and cosmetics that apparently people use quite often here. Well, yes, I do know that there were a couple of our clan that use cosmetics as well, but the amount here, the scale of it is just almost insane to me. I suppose that when you don't have so many built-on cosmetics, you might have to resort to painting them on every day. Now, are you wearing cosmetics? Yes, I thought she had gotten to you. She's been trying to get some of that stuff on me for weeks. It looks fantastic on you, though. It really brings out your eyes. It's a beautiful color on you. Well, I'd say that, considering the design of your Valenceline, it goes with it quite nicely. Did she give you any more to take with you to use later? Good. I'll have to commend her on that. Anyway, well, Liliana and Josephine mostly, were telling me about some of the products in Olay specifically meant for removing cosmetics. And there are apparently quite a few creams for it, and I can apply some of them to you if that's alright. Okay, so, these are the ones that were most highly recommended by those two. It seems that one of them goes better with the cosmetics around your eyes, and the other goes better with the cosmetics on your cheeks, your chin, your nose. Basically, anything done to even out the skin or color it. Used a bit? Alright, well then, we can use both of these. If I remember correctly, you start with the eyes. It has this mousse-like consistency. You just delicately dab it around the eyes. And could you close on this side? Perfect. And then there's a rag over there, or a face rag as they say here. Apparently there are different kinds here. Quite soft. And now close this eye. Good. Alright. How's it going so far? No allergic reactions or anything, I hope? No, not seeing one, just hoping there's no tingling. They once gave me a sort of a rinse for your mouth after you've cleaned them, and it burned and tingled. Such a strange sensation. Alright, so now for the rest of your face. And then after this, I will wipe your face with a cloth, and that will remove the makeup, and we can go on to doing a little bit of moisturizing. Believe me, this is just the simpler. I've had some people have 17-step long routines in Olay. In Navarra too? I hadn't had anything like that. There is a Navarran woman here as well, named Cassandra, and she actually quite enjoys cosmetics too, which came as a surprise to me. I suppose because I had never seen a warrior wear makeup before. But I don't begrudge it. It looks amazing on her too. I suppose I could think of wearing some myself someday as well, but for the time being, I think it's more fun to deny it. That's something more of a chase to the person who managed to put it on your face. She has been trying for so long, I'm not just going to give it up now. Okay. That seems to be doing fairly well. Just a little bit more. Just under that eye, look up. Good. Is that gentle enough? Good. Looks like we have cleaned off your cosmetics. So, now onto the moisturizing. They sell this by the bucketful. I've heard that it's also been sent to Antiva. Something about the way that the air is over there. The way that I was instructed to use it was to use it quite a bit. So and work it down to your neck and shoulders as well. Yes, that no upward motion is usually what they recommend. I'm not sure how much of a change it makes. Perhaps they'll just come up with better cosmetic magic someday. How have your studies been going? Have you chosen something that you wish to focus on? Oh, yes. When you were mentioning before what your time was like in the old clan, that makes quite a bit of sense. I'm glad that you were able to make it work. Yeah, let me put on a little bit more. Okay, and now to your hair. Do you mind if I touch your hair? I was thinking to... My goodness, my hair is getting all over the place. I was thinking with your hair, I could do some braids. Yes, I quite like the way that my hair lays when I have braided it. Do you remember the old paw brush that I used to have back in the Arvel. That was one of the things that I unfortunately brought to the conclave. There were much worse things lost than a hairbrush. So in retrospect, I am still incredibly lucky. And there's a tie there. Do you mind tying off the end? Okay. And on this side as well. Seems her hair is starting to go a little light at the ends. Is it all of the sunlight even enduring? I suppose that you've always liked summer more than I did. So, I was thinking, for the last little bit, maybe you could tell me a little more about how things have been going for you. I feel like I took up the entire conversation. It's just so many things that I wish to share with you. But we do have a little bit more time. Not just tonight, but till the rest of your stay. So, as long as you can stay, you are more